everybody, I'm Rochelle Chernowski. This is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, April 15th. On today's show, we'll hear about this year's School Supply Fund Drive, and we'll talk to Dr. Marie Hepp about the prevention and treatment of skin cancer. But first, we want to remind you again that the new shade sails are being installed at the Aquatic Center, so the in-water classes scheduled for today will take place at the Woodlands Pool instead. These include the Aqua Motions class at 9:15, the Aqua Flex Deep class at 10:15, and the Aqua Pilates stretch at 1:30. The main pool at the Aquatic Center will remain open, but swimmers should expect intermittent disruption from the installation. Also, please note that the therapy pool will be closed today. Speaking of swimming, the warmer weather also means that once again it's time to be ready for the possibility of a hurricane. To help you plan ahead and learn about the steps that Shell Point will take to secure your safety in the event of a hurricane, plan to attend the Hurricane Seminar this Thursday from 10:30 a.m. until noon at the Village Church. The information presented will be extremely valuable should a big storm head our way this season. Another event happening in the Village Church Auditorium tonight is for all of you who enjoy good old-fashioned barbershop singing. You won't want to miss this performance of the Cape Coral Barbershop Chorus. This harmonious group of 35 men has an 18-year history of performing in and around Cape Coral, and they will delight you with their a cappella program. So come join the four-part harmony fun this evening at 7:15 at the church. This is a free event and all are welcome. Tomorrow you should receive in your mailbox the Academy of Lifelong Learning brochure for the summer session. It will also appear on shellpoint.net. Take a look at the classes offered and then sign up for the ones you like starting on Thursday. We enjoy some wonderful traditions at Shell Point, and one that brings a lot of joy to residents and employees alike is the annual School Supply Fund Drive. This is an opportunity to help the children of Shell Point employees to be ready for the coming school year. And it's a tradition that warms the hearts of all who participate. Here to tell us all about it is Melody Desilets.
Hi Shell Point and welcome to the Volunteer Corner. I'm Melody Desilets here with two very special guests. I have my very own son Bradley Morrison Desilets and Dorothy Erickson from Nautilus. We're here today to talk about the School Supply Fund Drive, and it's coming up soon and we want you to be a part of it. Dorothy, can you tell me a little bit about the School Supply Fund Drive and what its purpose is?
Okay, each year the schools locally give lists to the children of supplies that their parents are supposed to furnish for each school year. And it's quite overwhelming if you look through these lists. It can run $40 to $60 for one child. And so a few years back, some Shell Point residents decided this is a way we could help our employees. And so we collect money and then buy supplies for the children and grandchildren of Shell Point employees.
What a wonderful gesture. Now, in years past, what has our goal been for bags?
Well, it's gradually increased every year as people learn more about it and as people decide this is a way that I can do something for our employees. Last year we filled 600 bags of supplies, and we're hoping this year to do 650.
What an excellent goal. Now, Dorothy, what is in those bags that you're handing out?
Okay, we fill bags for children that are in kindergarten through grade 5. And so it includes things like crayons, pencils, scissors, notebooks, paste, glue, anything that you think they might need in school, or the teachers think they might need.
Now, Dorothy, we're not asking residents to actually put supplies in bags and donate those. We're looking for funding for this excellent program.
That's correct, because we get a good price from the office supply place, and that way every child gets the same thing.
Perfect. Now, how would they go about funding this?
People can make donations. You turn in cash or check at either service desk. If you turn in by check, you can get a tax-deductible receipt for it. We're not able to do that with cash donations. And those will be sent out a few days after we receive the money.
Now, when are we planning to distribute to the employee children?
Okay, we collect the funds now, but we give out the supplies in the middle of July, soon before school starts.
Excellent. So when is our fund drive starting and ending?
Okay, this year the fund drive will go from April 15th through April 30th.
Now, as you can see, my son is a little young to be a participant in the school supply receival. However, he's a good example of myself as an employee with a little child. So if you have the heart to fund this school supply drive, please do so at either service desk from April 15th through the 30th. On behalf of all the employees and their children, we greatly appreciate whatever you can do to help out this great cause. Thank you, Dorothy, for being here today, and thank you for all that you do in your volunteering efforts.
You're very welcome.
Here in Florida, the sun shines strong much of the time. While we love it and our friends and family up north might be jealous of our tropical paradise, it does come with some danger. Dr. Marie Hepp is here today to tell us about skin cancer and what we can do about it.
Have you looked in the mirror lately and wondered about a discoloration on your skin? Well, we have a Health Connections program that's talking about skin cancer, which is the most common cancer there is. The program will take place on Monday, April 21st at 1:15 p.m. in the Social Center, and we are pleased to have at Shell Point an expert, Marie Hepp from Lee Memorial Health Centers. Marie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is your passion. Yes. You are very passionate about your job.
Yes.
And it didn't start recent. It started when you were 5?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, I have a family history of cancers, of genetic cancers, so I grew up watching loved ones get cancer and then unfortunately dying from cancer. So it became a passion of mine, became a nurse practitioner, and now I've been for the last 5 years oncology outreach educator and a survivorship coordinator at Lee Memorial's Regional Cancer Center.
All right. Well, you just beam with pride when you're talking about your job. And but heading back to skin cancer, one, when our population here at Shell Point, when they were growing up, there wasn't such things as sunscreen or putting on your eyeglasses and so forth, and we don't often think about it. We don't often, but in this talk you're going to be talking a lot about how the sun affects our skin and so forth. What is the process when the sun hits our skin? What happens?
What happens is we need, number one, to get over thinking that a tan equals beauty, because it actually equals damage. And the best tan is natural. The skin that we've been given, we want to protect it. It's the largest organ in our body. And what happens from exposure, either from the UV light, ultraviolet radiation light from the sun, or from a tanning booth, is that exposure of the light comes onto the skin. Underneath the skin, there's an enzyme, and that enzyme is trying to protect damage that's being done from prolonged exposure, and that's where we get the darkening of the pigmentation, and so that's where the tan comes from. But unfortunately, down the road, with prolonged exposure over the years, or through tanning booths or staying out in the sun too long without proper coverage, that enzyme can't protect from the body's cells mutating from the damage, thus creating cancer.
Okay. Now, some of our residents, maybe if they were in military and so forth, have the tattoos and so forth. That can be a little scary for someone who, what is that mask?
Yes, what they're finding out now is that the tattoos, based on how large they are and the colors of the tattoo, it actually, not only the sun will change the coloring, but it can mask either basal cell, squamous cell, or malignant melanoma, which is the deadliest. And what's happening, unfortunately, if there is a basal cell, squamous cell, or melanoma there, it's not being detected until it's already been there for a while. So thus then the early detection isn't happening, and so the outcomes aren't as good.
Now, why do we often see, people walking around, and after they've had that dermatology appointment, they usually have a little spot here and on the ears. Why are those such
Well, those are
high
the most
areas?
common areas that get affected from direct sunlight. And again, we're not even talking about tanning booths, which is a huge problem for teens into their 20s. But just with the exposure, if you think about it, it's exposed skin. So whether you're walking, whether you're playing a sport, whether you work, they're seeing an increase now with young men who are outside doing work outside, contracting or landscaping. They get hot, they take off their shirt. So anything that is constantly exposed to the sun, being your face, your ears, your head, your arms, anything constantly has a greater susceptibility because of the exposure. And what's happening is that when I worked in a Mohs center up in Tampa, and Mohs is a type of surgery to remove any questionable lesions, and I have seen where they take off the tips of the ear, on the nose and the tops of the head. Those are the most common areas because, number one, for the nose, you're sweating. So where does the sweat? It comes down here and you keep wiping it off. And though you might have put the suntan or sunblock on 2 hours earlier, you have wiped it off. So you have to be aware to reapply. The other thing is, if you think about it, the sun's coming from above. So you're looking in the mirror in the morning, you're putting your lotion on going this way, but you're not really thinking about where the sun's coming from. And you need to get the tips of your ears, the tops, and also from the head. And we don't see the changes in the mirror. So that's why we want to be vigilant to have that screening by a professional dermatologist each year, because we may be wearing a visor here, but we have this open, and they sell, there are all different brands out there of clothing, of hats, protective, that actually have a sun protection in them.
I know we try to wear those on the boat and so forth.
Yes.
You also have a suggestion of different type of sunglasses.
Yes, you can either buy these at any ophthalmology shop. Eye doctors carry them when they're selling glasses, or you can pick them up in the drugstores and Walmart, and they're called fit overs. Number one, if you wear glasses, you don't want to be taking sunglasses and changing. But if I can demonstrate, again, where is the sun coming from? It's coming from above. So I have a covering here up to my brow, and also we get a lot of reflection. So from if we're on the beach, if we're near water, the light's going to bounce off and come in. I will tell you, the first time I ever put these on, I thought it was very dark. Well, it's doing its job. So these fit overs with the proper lenses will help minimize the damage to the eyes that people don't realize is also a direct result from the sun.
Well, Marie, I really encourage everyone to go, because we do live in sunny Florida. We've been exposed our whole entire life to the sun, and just talking to you and the passion, you learn so much more about why skin cancer takes place, and little tidbits that we never knew on what you can do to protect yourself. So we're looking forward to Marie coming into the Social Center at 1:15 p.m. on Monday, April 21st. If you would like to sign up, please do so at either service desk. With our skin cancer expert, Marie Hepp, I'm Mary Franklin. Make it a great day.
Another issue involving our skin as we age is varicose veins. What can be done about this unsightly phenomenon? You can get answers to your questions this afternoon, as the Radiology Regional Center will be here for a presentation in the Oak Room at 2:00 p.m. Board-certified nurse practitioner Bonnie Levine has a specialty training in aesthetics, women's health, and weight loss and nutrition. She will also cover spider veins, sun and age spots, and wrinkles, and will share about a variety of laser treatments and options which can make your skin smoother and make you look younger without surgery. That will be in the Oak Room at the Woodlands at 2 p.m. today. Coming up, we are covering all of today's happenings from Resort Services. Then stay tuned for your menu choices and Village Church connections.
Thank you for tuning in with the Happening segment of Shout Point TV. You're with Leslie Brand and Bev Chanley, and we have a lot going on today, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start bright and early at 7:15, Health Connections, Bend, Breathe, and Balance in the Health Club. 8 o'clock, pickleball at the pickleball courts on the island. Also at 8 o'clock is the Round Robins tennis at the tennis courts. Stamp Ministry will be in the stamp room at 8:15. 8:30 is the Ladies Golf Association at the Shell Point Golf Club. 9 o'clock, bocce at the bocce courts at the Woodlands. At 9:15, we have the Caregiver Support Group Therapy and Memory Care Group. This will be at the second floor Rehab Center on the island. Sign up is required. 9:15 at the Open Painting Art Studio. Also at 9:15 is Shuffleboard at the Shuffleboard Courts. 9:30 is the Match Play Mixed Doubles Tennis at the Tennis Courts. 10:15 Through the Bible Study Group in the Osprey Room. Caregiver Support Group Therapy and Memory Care Group will be at 10:30 on the second floor Rehab Center on the island. Sign up is required. 11 o'clock, the Susie Q's going out to Rum Runners for lunch. Sign up is required. And we're going to end this morning at 11:45, Health Connections, Living Healthy in the Osprey Room. Now here's Bev for the afternoon activities.
Thank you, Leslie. We're going to start at 12:30 this afternoon with Mixed Progressive Bridge. That'll be held in the game room of the Woodlands. Then we move to 1:15 for the Knitters group in the Osprey Room. The Rollicking Recorderists will be in the Tarpon Room at 1:15. And we also have a 1:15 Women's Ministries Prayer Group. They meet in the Hospitality Room of the Village Church. And 1:30 we have a Health Connections class, Aqua Pilates Stretch. That'll be at the Woodlands Pool. $5 per class. You can just show up. No sign up is required. At 1:30, the Stamp Ministry will be in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. We'll move to 2 o'clock for another Health Connections class. This is varicose veins. They'll be in the Oak Room of the Woodlands. You do need to sign up for that one. At 2:45, we have a Health Connections Balance and Mobility Training Level 2. That's in the Health Club and currently full. 7:15, we have the Cape Coral Barbershop Chorus. That's a fun concert. That'll be in the Village Church, so head on down. We're so glad you joined us today. We hope you have a really great day, and we'll be back here tomorrow.
Menus for Tuesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is broccoli and cheese stuffed chicken breast with mashed cauliflower and roasted tomato. The dinner special is the Build Your Own Stir Fry Bar for $12.95, and the soup of the day is lima bean. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Tuesday, the special is a turkey Cobb salad wrap with onion rings for $7.25. The dinner special is Tuscan grilled roast beef panini with fresh fruit for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Tuesday are veal chop for $21.95 or stuffed flounder for $17.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, I'm Randy Woods, and it's my privilege to serve as the Minister of Worship and Music here at the Village Church, and work with so many guest artists who come our way to share in the ministry of song. And this week, as we anticipate the Easter Sunday celebrations, it will be our joy to welcome back to the Village Church the music and artistry of Nielson and Young. Their concert will be on Sunday evening at 6:15. That's Easter Sunday at 6:15, April 20th. Tickets will be available at the door for $10. Since 1971, Nielson and Young have been among the most active duo piano teams on the musical scene. Together, these men claim a breadth of repertoire and performance venues virtually without comparison, ranging from performances at Omer Amargal's Passion Play Theatre. They've also performed in London's Royal Philharmonic Orchestra Hall and also Nashville's Grand Ole Opry House. Additional concertizing has taken these gentlemen around the world. Ovid Young is one of the most versatile musicians before the concert public today. As a pianist, organist, composer, conductor, Ovid has performed in virtually every sizable city in the United States as well as overseas. And Ovid resides just south of Chicago, Illinois, where he serves as the artist in residence at Olivet Nazarene University. Distinguished in both classical and sacred music, Stephen Nielson is widely regarded as one of the distinctive artists of our time. And Stephen resides in Dallas, Texas. But both Stephen Nielson and Ovid Young are Steinway artists. Most importantly, the music that you'll hear from Nielson and Young will inspire you as these men perform the best of sacred and classical music with passion and joy. As we celebrate the resurrection of our Lord, you will find this concert to be the perfect expression of musical praise. Don't miss this inspirational concert. Tickets are $10 and will be available at the door. I look forward to seeing you then.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we learn about what is best when it comes to walking shoes, and we'll take time to watch some butterflies. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, April 15th. I'm Rochelle Chernowski. From all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.